What's up, dudes? And welcome back again. So, there's been some rumors going around that a Final Fantasy 13 trilogy remaster or remake is in the works. And today we're going to be looking at a video by David V. Inc. RPGs or David Vink RPGs. Forgive me if I get that wrong. And yeah, let's dive into it.
Hi there, this is David, and today I have some pretty exciting news for y'all. Kind of a short video today as compared to yesterday's video, which is over 5 hours something long, but people were saying that they were going to fall asleep to it, so that's pretty neat. But anyway, today we're going to be talking Final Fantasy. One news item, but it's a pretty exciting news item, and I thought that I'd come to y'all and let you know about it. I am on the Square Enix website, straight from the horse's mouth here, on their release schedule. Looking at some games that we already know about, and then some upcoming games. And there are some games on here that haven't yet even been announced, but they're sitting here on their release schedule. Most notably, I'm looking at the Final Fantasy 13 series to be announced for the PC. Now, this isn't saying Final Fantasy 13 or Final Fantasy 13-2 or Final Fantasy 13.
Really quick. I'm really excited to see this list. I've never actually seen this myself. But if this is on the Square Enix website, it's definitely got to be legit. This is really cool here, really quick. I'm sorry. We're going to jump back in a second. But Rebirth, Final Fantasy 7, that's going to be awesome. I play Final Fantasy 14, and the John Trail expansion, that's going to be amazing. I'm not sure what Foam Stars is, but apparently they're bringing Octopath Traveler 2 to PC and Xbox One. But I thought it was already available on PC. That's weird. And Saga Emerald Beyond. I did not know they're making another Saga game. That is so cool. I've been playing Saga Scarlet Grace. That's a really, really good RPG. If you guys are into JRPGs, definitely check out the Saga series. That's going to be really cool. Let's see, 13, 14 online. Okay. And yeah, cool. Let's get back into it.
This is saying the Final Fantasy 13 series, the entire thing. So it looks to me like this is going to be some sort of definitive edition where they take all 3 games and put them all in one game, one package. And
Hell yeah.
I can't imagine that they would just release them as they were back on the PS3. I would imagine that they would remaster them, or maybe even add in some quality of life features. You know,
I'm sure, yeah.
Really nice if they didn't just remaster them, if they remade them. That would be really frickin' nice. But I don't think that that's gonna happen, but you never, ever, ever know. So I think that that's really, really fascinating. But this also brings up another question. Who asked for this?
That's true. Nobody did.
Who asked for this? Final Fantasy 13 was not exactly the most popular entry in the entire series, so it just begs the question, why this one? Who really wants this? I know.
My thoughts on that is that I think they saw how well all the other remakes did, and I feel like 13 got a lot of hate back in the day, and for them to make 2 more games after that 13 game, they obviously had a vision, and they really liked 13 themselves. Square Enix loves 13, obviously, or else they wouldn't have made 3 games after it. And I think people that are playing the game again these days that did not like it back in the day, there's a lot more people these days that appreciate it now than they did back then. For example, like myself, when I first played it back in the day on the PS3, I wasn't really a fan of it. But then as I got older and I played it again on PC about 2 years ago, I freaking love it. And that's exactly when I thought, I was like, damn, they should really remake 13 and bring it onto the PS5 or Switch or all those consoles. And that'd be awesome. If you play the Steam version of Final Fantasy 13, you can actually download mods that enhance the graphics, like 4K, 4K textures, rendering, all that great stuff. It's a blast. That's like the best way to play Final Fantasy 13, in my opinion. And yeah, I think that it's time for 13 to kind of rise from the ashes and give it a whole new light. And 13, Lightning from Final Fantasy 13, she's a badass. She's one of my favorite Final Fantasy characters of all time. Yeah, she may have a little bit of a dry personality, but she's a badass. She's so freaking cool. Anyways, let's get back into it.
Personally, I've played all 3 of them. And once was enough, if you know what I mean. This isn't exactly a Final Fantasy that I'm going to be double dipping in. This isn't like Final Fantasy 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 9 or even 12.
That's true.
Like,
That's
this
true.
is one of those kind of like forgetful ones. Kind of like Final Fantasy 8. You only got to play it once. You know what I mean? So it just makes the question, who asked for this? And also, there are other more deserving Final Fantasies out there that deserve this, like, Final Fantasy 6, or the much rumored from the Nvidia leak Final Fantasy 9. How come that isn't on this release schedule?
That is true. I heard that a Final Fantasy IX remake is in the works, and that's going to be freaking awesome. I can't wait for that one as well. Final Fantasy IX is definitely one of my favorite Final Fantasy games. The atmosphere, the vibe, the graphics, I freaking love it. The story is really good too. The one thing I love about Final Fantasy 13, in my opinion, is like the graphics and the settings and the environments and the characters. So it doesn't surprise me that they want to revive the 13 series again. And yeah, let's watch more of it.
Where is that? Maybe we'll hear about that after Final Fantasy VII comes out. Who knows? So, yeah, it's just interesting. Also interesting to note is that the Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake is here to be announced, but the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake is not here, even though those were also announced by Yuji Horii himself. So it's just kind of like, I don't know what's up with this release schedule right here, but hey, we are apparently getting a whole boxed set of Final Fantasy 13 series, only for the PC though, not for the PlayStation, not
Oh,
for the
that
Xbox,
sucks.
just for the PC, which does
Man.
lead me to believe that they're just going to be upscaled, remastered ports. But you know what would be really cool? I'm gonna go back in time for a little bit right now. Who here remembers Ys 1 and Ys 2? I do. I'm old.
I do.
I do. So, Ys 1 and Ys 2 were very, very, very short Ys games, and each of them was like a direct sequel from one another. And the first time that we got it here in America was in the TurboGrafx 16. But what they did was so cool. What they did was they took Ys 1 and 2 and they meshed them together into one game.
Yep.
And after you played Ys 1, you went directly into Ys 2. There was no separation. Like, your level stayed the same, all your stats stayed the same, everything.
That was cool.
Literally two games meshed into one. If you didn't know that it was two games, you wouldn't have known it at all. It was just so cool how they did it. So, imagine this. Imagine if they took the Final Fantasy 13 trilogy and they meshed them into one big game, where you started with Final Fantasy 13 and
That would
then
be sick.
meshed into 13 too, and there was no separation. You know what I mean? All your stats carried over. Everything kind of stayed the same. Same thing with Lightning Returns, the third one. I don't know how they would do something like that, because the games are so different, and because you do control different party members and things like that. So maybe I'm just kind of like pie in the sky right now, but I think that would be freaking cool.
That would be
if I
awesome.
do say so myself. So
That's kind of like The Last of Us. When you play the game the first time and then you replay it again, it has that new game plus. So you keep all your stats, your weapons, all that stuff. That would be so freaking cool, especially in RPGs and JRPGs. Like, having that same level and everything, you'd have such a huge advantage. I'm sure they'd find a way to work around that so it's not too easy, but that's a damn good idea.
the question really is here, would you buy this?
Yeah, I would.
If this came out tomorrow, would you buy this?
Yes.
Would this be like first on your list to buy?
Absolutely.
I know it wouldn't be on my list to buy. You know, I've still got my PS3 hooked up, still got the games, they're still working just fine. So, and also, they're already on the PC. Like, you can buy these games on the PC, so it just begs the question, like, why is this here? What are they doing?
I'm not sure what they're doing, but if they were to release it on the PC, I'm thinking what's going to happen is that they're going to release it on the PC as a definitive edition, remastered, all that great stuff. It's pretty much like as if like the mods were already installed to the PC version. And if that does good, then they'll bring it to consoles and everything like that. So I feel like this is like an easy test run for them to see how well it does, see if it's worth putting in the extra effort to bring to other consoles. In my opinion, I think it is. I really think it is. Yes, these are not the best Final Fantasy games ever, but for me personally, I enjoyed them. I really do. And I freaking love Lightning. So, yeah, that's just my opinion. Let's go back into it.
What are they doing? If it's already there on the PC, and that this is a separate thing, it's got to be remastered. It doesn't say that it's remastered, but it just has to be. And it has to be a package too, because it's not 3 separate games. So, I'm just putting this out there to let y'all know about this, really, to spread the news, to spread this information.
I hope it's an actual remake and not a remaster. A remaster is where they just go over the textures again and make it look nice and pretty and shiny. It's the same exact game. But a remake, that's where they start from scratch and like build from the ground up and redo the whole darn thing. That would be freaking cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I think if they were to do that, that would do really, really good because it'd be more of a incentive to want to buy the game again because it's a remake, not a remaster.
To y'all that this is here, that this is definitely a thing, but I also want to get the conversation going too about like why, you know. That's really my big thing. Why? You know, so yeah, let me know all your thoughts on this, your thoughts on the 13 trilogy in general, and yeah, let me know the answer to these questions too. What do you feel about this? Let me know in the comments, and as always, have a good day.
Okay, so my thoughts on this. I'm definitely stoked on this, and Square Enix does not release crap. That is for sure. In my opinion, everything that Square Enix releases is like elite, top level awesomeness. So for them to redo 13, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a remake, not a remaster, which I really hope is the case. And yeah, that would be really, really cool to see. I hope it does good so it gets brought to other consoles like PS5 and Switch. That'd be awesome to have on the Switch. That would be a great trilogy to have on the Switch, in my opinion. And why they're doing it, I'm not sure why, but obviously they loved the series enough back in the day to make 3 games after it. So I think that Square Enix and the team behind 13 just loves that series and they want to remake it. And I'm not complaining. I'll buy it. I'd love to buy it. If you can get all 3 games for $60, that'd be awesome. Or around that price. But if you're trying to, have them pay 40, $60 for each game again, I don't think that's going to fly. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Follow David V Inc. GRPGs. His channel is awesome. He does a lot of great content. I found out about his channel through another YouTuber. Her name is FemTrooper, and she's really, really cool too. They both have amazing content. They're both like killing it in YouTube, and I watch their channels a lot. I watch a lot of their content. It's great. And yeah, I'll leave a link to his channel and FemTrooper's channel. Check them both out. You'll like it. And yeah, well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. And subscribe to their channels, of course, first and foremost, because it's their content that I'm showing here. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. I want to hear your thoughts too. Are you guys into Final Fantasy 13? Did you like that whole series? I sure did. I freaking loved it. I'm stoked for it. And I saw here there's a list. Something on here that says Kingdom Hearts 4. Don't even get me started on Kingdom Hearts, man. That's my favorite game series of all time, hands down. But I highly doubt that's going to come out this year, but I'm sure in the near future. I'm still waiting for Missing Link Kingdom Hearts. That's going to be awesome. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Peace.